What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I am Brayathorn, and I am finally medicated. Let's go. We got the thing we need to do the stuff we want to do. That's good. I'm feeling 100% better. And then my capture card, I guess, heard me talking smack last stream, so it didn't want to do camera stuff. It like captures things. It didn't. But it's fine now. We got it. We're good. We're here. The thing is, if I'm troubleshooting something, then I'm not doing any of the other things that I need to do to prepare for a stream. So I still had to do those things. So I did them. I just didn't want to have a looming thing. Oh, we're half an hour late now. Okay, we're 45 minutes late now. Where I'm just like, you know, stand by. Nah. Instead, it was just like, aim for around 9 o'clock. Let's do that. But here we are. Empire of Noise, what's going on? Welcome in. Bone Shock. Yes, I did make it. And yes. Heck yes. Blue Sonic Wolf, how you doing? Alucard, how's it going, buddy? Welcome in. I gotta tell you, it's so funny that like my lowest energy starting out stream that I've done in a while, because I was off of my CFS medications for like a week or so, or a little long. I don't know how long, about a week, but it was a little less. Like it didn't, whatever. Anyways, of course that would be the stream where I get a God pack. But I mean, the caffeine really had to pull some extra, you know, it had to pull its weight in the last stream. And it certainly did. Yeah. But, yo, Shanala, welcome in. How you doing? Been busy with things. Work and stuff been rough. Yeah. Making machines to now list on my Jawa. I'm like, the fact that you're still doing that is it's rough, man. It is rough out there. Like it's, yeah. I went to pick something up today, and I made a mistake. That mistake was asking at the card shop, do you guys have any hollow energies? I kind of have a problem with hollow energies. I kind of want them all. I might have to eventually, if it's ever possible, that if I ever did a master set, it would be for hollow energy. It is so underrated. It'd be the cheapest master set ever. Well, there are some exceptions, and some that you literally cannot buy, like this one that I'm holding right here. Barutu, welcome. How's it going? Not Jaspers, welcome in. Not much is up with me. What is up with you? One sad thing that did happen was, due to how I was feeling and everything, I missed the pre-release for Chaos Rising. Now, it's not a massive deal because I already have the 3 cards from that set I really, really want. They are in Japanese. Boo-hoo. Like, if that bothers you, it don't bother me, and they're mine. So I'm very happy with it. But I will probably go on early Monday morning and go stand in line and go get myself an ETB. I don't know what the... Did I order? I might have ordered a few ETBs, but they're not going to be here till like the end of the month. But I want to have something on, you know, for Tuesday. I want you guys to know one thing that kind of goes through my head whenever I end up canceling a stream. Well, for one thing, if I'm going to be like egregiously late, it will affect the entirety of the stream, because certain people who are used to showing up anywhere from 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., If it's like 8:45, 9 o'clock, they're like, I'll go do something else. And that's fine. Like, that's your time. Your time is valuable. But I do have to think about that and be like, no, like I'll just stream on another day. I'll stream on another day. But this time I was like, nah, there's something I have here that I'm really excited about. So, but also sad about, but excited about. So I really wanted to stream tonight. Lone Volcano, how's it going? Yo, Braythorn. Subnautica 2 early access peaked at 467,582 concurrent players in just 4 hours of launch. Good for them. It really sucks about the whole company being terrible, but like I hope the game is good. Well, there you go. Also, it's turning out to be everything I hoped. Awesome. It does suck that like the creative core behind Subnautica was, and 99% of Subnautica 2 was like completely boned by their corporate overlords. Like that is, it ain't good. It ain't good. But I hope the game is good because of the fans, you know, the people who were waiting for that. Like, it's not their fault, whatever the company did. But yeah, I've lost all hope in our youth. That's a great start to a long paragraph. Okay. I ran into the grocery store to grab a drink, and there were two kids all excited at the vending machine. I bought them a Phantasm Things booster bundle. They said, good luck. Hope you get something good. And they said, oh, we're not opening this. We can sell it to the card shop for 80 bucks. Okay. Not Jasper's. That is their parents. That is their parents. Whoever's parents those, that is acceptable behavior as was taught to them. You know what I mean? Maybe there's still hope. Like, hope is a thing that, you know, a few small examples shouldn't destroy. You know what I mean? Yeah, but they fought and won. Did they win? I hope they did. I hope they did. Well, the thing is, it sucked for the fans because the creators, you know, the game devs were like, hey, we're ready for 2025. Like, this game is like solid. It's ready for 2025. And then the corporate overlords look at the bonus they promised if it was ready within that year, and they were like, no, it's not. You're fired or whatever. Get out of here. Yeah, Chanel is right. I would have just been like, give me that back. I'm not feeding into scalpers. Now, let's take a step back though. Let's take a step back though. Let's take a little step back. Drop the volume of the voice a little bit. They were honest. It doesn't mean that we have to like the truth. At least they were straight up, you know, they're straight up about it. They were upfront about it. But then again, it's actually kind of a thing now for scalpers to be on the internet being like, I'm a scalper. And boy, let me tell you about my problems. Please. Yes. Oh, please. Yes. That's what we need in 2026. There's first world problems, and then there's third world problems. That's a scalper world. It's a turd world. You get it? It's a play on the word third world. But I don't know if that's insensitive to say or not. To like, I'm not talking about like third world countries here. I'm talking about scalpers being turds. Okay. 45 streams. Nice. Not Jasper's. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, Vaquero, thank you for the lurk. I imagine you're lurking while you're playing Subnautica 2. I wouldn't want to pull you away from that. Like, whenever there's a game I've been waiting for, doing anything else feels silly. You know? Yeah, we now have to hear the complaining about scalpers. I would call it more zero world problems of people. Yeah, I guess. The church should also go to people paying scalper pricing. Yes. And also, did anyone see PSA change their estimates to like 7 months to get cards back? Yeah. I'd like to know why. But like, the thing is, if you build a monopoly, you don't get to complain about getting all the business without like just growing your team. if you try to build a monopoly, you need to have a team, a workforce that can support that monopoly. Like, be good at it. Be good at it. Like, that's the least you can do if you swallow up an entire industry. And then PSA would scalp the people that is submitting for grading. And well, yeah, I mean, that's PSA. PSA is, you want to talk about predatory practices. It's all there. It is all there. Textbook. Like textbook. How many of these did I get? I thought I got 15. What happened to all my other ones? Okay. I did. Okay, 15. All right. Let me just point out to you guys what we got here. PSA is iffy lately. PSA, not Jaspers. I mean, you know about the story of them doing the buyback thing, right? And being like, oh, we're giving you a 9. And then the guy's like, just keep it and give me the money. And then they regrade it to a 10 and put it up for sale. Like, that is just so blatant. It is such blatant corrupt style behavior. And honestly, because they have positioned themselves as the authority for this, people will still give them money and go to them for the service. So check it out. So I got, they had hollow energies. I got 15. When I got all those hollow energies before, I didn't realize it, but I forgot about fighting energy. And the deck that I'm most excited to like to finish up is, even though it's kind of a cheesy deck, but is a Mega Zygarde EX deck, and that is fighting energy. So they had this whole box of just energies, all, and not at this card shop. And like, I'm sure at some point it was sorted by type, but then people get their hands on it, and then it is no longer that. So I grabbed 15 of the, oh, I didn't turn these on. Hold on. And that's going to need to be calibrated. Oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Nope, nope, nope. Don't do that. Wait, are you on? Oh, you're on autofocus. No! I messed it up. Okay. Cool. What? Okay, I got it. Was that entertaining? I hope so. Okay, so yeah, 15. 15 fighting energies in the. This is what I was trying to do. This is all I was trying to do. Just show that it's in the 151 Cosmo Holo, which is one of my favorites. You get this random swirls on it. It's great. They're in varying like states of like, I don't know, having been played. And this is looks like a special edition, like 25th. And I don't know if this was this looks like it's a holo from Celebrations that I don't think I picked up any of these when I've opened and from opening Celebrations. So, and this is a Japanese one. This is a Japanese version. I saw that and I was like, this is sitting in a box. No, I want this in a deck. Thank you. I found these very nice examples of, well, this one's a little bit dulled. But this one's really gorgeous. Of just vintage water holo energies. And the last two, this is one you can buy. I just wanted this because it's awesome. It's a beautiful, hyper rare gold psychic energy holo, right? And I was like, someone got us a box, and this was their hyper rare. This was their hit. They were angry at this. I want to give this thing a good home. It's beautiful. So it's going to go in a psychic deck, and it was $3. I was like, yeah, $3. Okay, sure. Now, as for the one you cannot buy, it is this one, because these are given out to people playing League events. And this is from the Sword and Shield era, their Cosmo Holo, which, if you look at these, is pretty different because of the design around the energy type in the center. But still, I saw some gorgeous swirls on it. I was like, yo. Well, the guy said this. He was like, I don't know how this got in that box. This should not have been in that box. We are not allowed to sell these. So, here. And he just gave it to me. I was like, I feel kind of bad, but not bad enough to say no. Hand it over. I was like, if it's any consolation, it's going to go into a deck where it will be played. It's not just, I don't want it just to have it or to lie about playing the game. Okay, Zintech. Hi. What? Evil Dead 90K. Thanks for making it easy for the streamer. You changed your name to that? It's fine. It was a good movie. It was a great movie back in the day. Two things I love are holo energies and old yellow border energies. I'm iffy on some yellow borders, but for energies, they work. It works for me. What's up, Chris? How's it going? John Paul Bacon. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was very much like, I got totally pulled away from reading chat for a bit when I was trying to fix this camera. I love the functionality I have with this camera, but man, it can be an absolute pain to get set up like every stream. So, because these things don't keep their settings very well. I should show y'all what this looks like. Hold on. I have to turn off. Stop tracking me. So it's these wheel things. It's these things right here that are very difficult to calibrate properly. But this is so that I can just reach over here to the remote things that I have and adjust it without making the camera shake whatsoever. See, there's that, and then here is focus. So whenever you see this stuff happening, that's the stuff that's happening up on the camera. The problem is they get like decalibrated all the time. and then they want to recalibrate. And then this thing, do you see that part right there where this ring like joins together? It wants to run over that all the time. And it is so annoying. It's very annoying. So I was looking at something here, and I'm going to verify real quick before I... Okay. Yeah. I am 3 Pokemon away from completing first gen. Gen 1. I am so close. Well, nice setup. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. It is overly complex, but I want it to be where I can be holding something here, and in the edit we can zoom in on that, and it's like perfectly clear, you know. But yeah. So I'm 3 Pokemon away from finishing Gen 1. I did not want to do this. But I'm also excited. But I did not want to do this. But I'm also very excited. A full set of those gold energies would be amazing. Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, that is like $45 if you're paying $3 a piece, and they all have to be in really good condition, and you have to find them all. It's, well, they don't have to be in really good condition, I guess. But yeah, the gold energies are really nice. Yeah, 151. Here, I'm going to do this thing. Wait, no, this thing, this direction here. See that? And it's like, bam, 151. Yes, I know. 151 is just like the modern classic, but it sure is priced as such. There's another thing. Unless I am sorely mistaken, and I asked them at the card shop too. I know in English 151 you can get a God pack. I don't know about that being the case with these 7-card Japanese packs, but I think it is the case. And I'm not saying that I deserve to open 2 God packs in a row like that, one stream to the next. But like, hope springs eternal. Maybe it happens. Welcome, Natty. Welcome in. No worries. You're good. I guess you didn't want to buy it for the price, right? Yeah. Although, I mean, it was a little under market price. So it's a good card shop. I'm doing all right. Can't wait to get my MSI. Okay, your dual monitor arm. Nice. Oh, so you're doing triple monitor setup on a dual and a single, I guess. Okay. Welcome, Natty. Hope you're doing well. Back-to-back God Pack streams incoming. I mean, sure. Yes. Yes. But like that would seem too set up, man. I don't know. I should probably stay away from sets that could, I mean, not that I like the likelihood is it's one of those, so you're saying there's a chance kind of situations. There's a chance it ain't a good one. I really do love the gold energy. It's really gorgeous. And what this right here is going to be one of those things where I have mostly the standard, not standard. I have not, and it's, when I say this, I don't mean stamped. Actually, no, I should just show this. But for every type of energy now, I have anywhere from 10 to 15 of these. That's going to be like my primary, in whatever decks I'm running, that's going to be the primary energy. But in some of these, there's going to be a little bonus, like this guy right here, or this one right here, or this one in my steel deck, right? Like, actually, I would use, like, this is a, I don't know. I didn't get a good look at this. You see that the color saturation is much better on this. This one was exposed to UV. That's why. That has to be it. This in my grass type deck, all that. Yeah, just little bonuses to throw in there to kind of spice it up a bit. And if I'm not feeling good about how the game's going, it'll give me a little bit of happiness right there. You never know, Britt. You know, I never do know. I never know. You're right. For me, I prefer having them all matched to avoid any complications. I realized I made a mistake though, because I did run into quite a few of the 151 Cosmo Hollow lightning energy ones. And as far as the person who runs the tournaments at this card shop was, I asked them this because I have that whole stack of hollow energies from the Japanese high class deck, the Zera Aura deck. And I said, can you use Japanese basic energy cards are they tournament legal? And he said, for local play, you probably get away with that. But nope, not in full-on tournament. Nope, it is not. And he went on, like, he wasn't being like a spoil sport or anything. He explained, he was like, not all card sleeves are fully opaque on the back. And, well, here you go. English card, Japanese card. So you know you have an energy coming up. Basically, if you put a not fully opaque. Plus, he said, this is like, this second reason is like the least likely one, but the card stock is slightly different, slightly lighter, or I don't know, it's slightly different weight, slightly different thickness. So people who are determined to cheat will find a way. So I was like, you know what? All right. That just means I got to get I do want to run a, because I read the Canary, the supporter card, Canary, and I was like, damn, that's powerful. I kind of want to run a lightning deck. But yeah, that's what it's like. So since that is what I do with my lands and empty Magic the Gathering. Well, I mean, the thing is, they all work the same. They all work the same. There is no like letter to each of the energies. You can use an energy from, I don't know, jungle if you want. You can use an energy from original black and white. You can use any energy from any generation because they do the same thing. They provide a single basic energies are what I'm talking about. Now, if you're talking about special energies, those do rotate to where they're legal for tournament or not legal for tournament. But yeah, basic energy is and always will be basic energy, which to me is why I feel like hollow energies are so underrated. Because if you have a really nice collection of energies, you can use them forever. It's my OCD as well as preferences. Well, I mean, that's how I ordered them. But like, if you had all like psychic energies that looked like that, and just pretend that was purple and it had an eyeball in the middle, okay? And then just you're feeling down on your luck, and then you pulled this one, the hyper rare triple gold star basic hollow psychic energy. Different people will react differently. To me, that would hype me up. I'd be like, this is my turn. This is my turn. This is when I turn things around. Haha, turn. But people are different, you know. But that is why I ordered, like, I would find on TCG Player shops that had 10 to 15, and I would just put in a single, bam, give me 15 of those. Oh, they're 75 cents. Nice. Okay, give me 15 of those. That is my supply of 151 Cosmo Hollow in grass energy. Done, you know. And then I can just, if I do a different grass deck, I just move them over. I'm not like Purple Cliff over here with hundreds of thousands of cards where I can just like have permanent decks that I build and I can pull out at any time. Purple Cliff is awesome, by the way. I am not disparaging Purple Cliff in any way. I really enjoy his videos. He probably, though, and this is going to sound like the most hypocritical thing I've ever said. He's a little too shouty for me sometimes. Alucard, I wrecked my voice when I realized I had a God pack. Can you, like, you need to watch the VOD. It was, did anybody clip that? Did anybody clip the God Pack? Did anybody do like the absolute most sensible thing possible in that moment? I didn't, because I had just been hit in the face with a God Pack. Of course I didn't think. I mean, valid. Valid. So Far, Far West, Natty, tell me about it. Is it the sequel to Far West? Just wondering. Is it tied into the Horizon Forbidden game? I mean, we're talking about West here. Pretty big concept. Tell me about it. Chris, yeah, I didn't do a clip either, but I mean, I have the whole recording. I have the actual 4K recording. Oops. I'm honestly, I'm because it wasn't like an Ascended Heroes $3,000 God Pack. I feel like I that would have broken me up here. It would have broken me. I would not have been able to think too well or talk too good, you know, like, you know what? I'm just going to bring up the VOD now. I'm doing it. I don't think it's like, I think it's valid to like be like, I want to see that again. That it is very possible for something like a God Pack to be a once in a lifetime thing. That is not like, unless you really just open packs all the time and you just have all the money or something. I do open packs frequently, but like I am building towards something here. It's not just for funsies, you know? Like I'm not disparaging anyone who's just collecting to collect, by the way. That is also fine. Like I'm just whatever. Why is this telling me to knock on my own and collab? Yeah, it wants me to call in to join my own stream. Sure, buddy. Okay, here we go. It is not a sequel to Far West. It is a fun, neat little horde shooter that is like 8 games mashed into one. Has a bit of Helldivers with how you drop into a location and do some side quests. A bit of Left 4 Dead 2 with some of the horde mechanics. A bit of movement from Titanfall 2 spells for some reason. I'm not complaining. They make the gameplay a lot of fun. For a game that is 8 games mashed into one, it does things surprisingly well instead of the usual case of doing everything all at once badly. Okay. Thank you. That was a really thorough explanation. Thank you. It does sound like Brain Rot the game, though, just by based on description alone. WX fan, how's it going? All right, WX, I will put in a metaphorical order for that metaphorical cookie immediately. But just don't spoil your metaphorical dinner. So this happened. The old comedy trope. Oh, so that happened. Yeah. This is what happened in the last stream, and I am still not over it. Good pack. That was a good pack. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was a good pack. Okay, we take those. 3 packs left of this box. I don't hesitate to open anything. I do not keep it sealed. I do not depocket monster. I open them. Well, he opens a lot of stuff too. But this one I was hesitant because it was... See, it's 3 cards to the front. Potential. But I thought... You know? Oh, did I do a pack trick wrong? Yo, Samurott V. SAR, let's go! I think I did the pack trick wrong. No, it's not. It's a God pack. It's a God pack. Oh my God, we got a God pack. Yeah, I was. Let's go. Oh my God. I was going out of my mind. I didn't know you could get them with this. Okay. Yeah. All right, everybody calm down. Calm down. Calm down. It's just, oh my God. Okay, all right. Okay, Samurott V, alt art. Oh my God, the semi-poor, no, I'm sorry. I had this super wrong, by the way. That is Panseer. SAR. That is Panseer. SAR trainer, why not? SAR trainer, oh my God, okay. This is, oh my God, the Mew. That's the biggest card in the pack. I gotta make sure this is all in focus. Well, they're all the same size. Crap. Oh, Mew illustration rare. Yeah, my focus, like that thing had come off the tracks mostly, so it was barely working on the focus. And I was like, not now, are you kidding me? Oh my God, it's doing the thing again. Okay, let it stop shaking. I'm not going to stop shaking. I'm talking about my camera. Mew illustration rare. I love that with surrounded by all the Pokemon. And here's where I was wrong again. Numel illustration rare. That is not Numel. That is not, the Numel is present in that card. Numel is there. I'm not going to stop shaking. But that is not what the card is. It is not Numel. I'm talking about my camera. But I couldn't read it. I don't read Japanese. I can't. So I didn't know. Illustration rare. I love that with surrounded by all the Pokemon. I didn't know this was a Ditto card until after. Numel illustration rare. Because Ditto's face is Ditto. Cricketune illustration rare. Oh my God, the Soul Rock. So I have the Lunatone that goes with this. Illustration rare. We got the Lunatone last time. Okay, I'm repeating. Okay, whatever. Y'all get it. That like so. This is me without my like treatment that gives me normal level of energy. I just was all the remnants of my caffeine were all burned off in this and the subsequent moments that followed after. So I don't know even when to start the clip. How long can clips go now? Michael Superbacker, welcome in. How's it going, buddy? I'm just reliving the old glory days of Tuesday. It was this Tuesday when I got the God Pack. So yeah, my first one ever, maybe my last one ever. I mean, honestly, the odds are like 1 in so many thousand of getting one, and I didn't even know that this set had them. So I was Lunatone last time. Yeah, I had a problem here because I was like, "Where's the? Oh, it's comfy. Okay, okay, thanks." Luminion. This is one of my favorite cards that I have now. Period. I love this Deoxys card. I've loved this Deoxys card since I first laid eyes on it, and I pulled it. I pulled it in a God Pack of all things. Like, it's just super alien. No way. Yeah, I was losing it. So yeah, y'all heard it already. That's it is enough of that. But I guess I should make a clip. I don't know. Sure. Or I could let someone else do it. I don't know. How far back can this go? 60 seconds. Yeah, see, already I went on too long. Camera, behave camera. Oh my God, it's doing the. Yeah, so I went on too long. But it's all good. You'll have to highlight it. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in chat the I'm going to put in chat the timestamp here. You can see it. It is just after this pack here, so it's about 2 yeah. I'd say put it around here. When I'm talking about how I don't hesitate to open stuff, and then I demonstrate why. Yeah, so 22702. Here's a link. Here you go. Anyone who wants to do that in Twitch chat. There you go. 22702. I should move on and I should actually do stuff. Sorry about the music jump scare. Okay. Before we get like 38 different clips, anyone want to call dibs? That's a great idea. That is a great idea. Somebody call dibs. I like that. Mentee seeds. Hey, WX, I did fill out the form. I did fill out that. I did the thing that you sent me the link for. That's locked in. I just have one mentee seed left to do. I'm on it. Like, I am desperate to be in this tournament. I really want to be in the tournament. And I was actually going to say, I would really like it. And I don't know, it's probably a little bit too much, but yeah. Looks like the book from Back to the Future, A Match Made in Space. That's right, where the guy was like there and then the, yes. That's a great reference, Michael. That is a great reference. I like that. Okay. What was I saying? I was thinking, I wish that we could have the commentators on the part before it goes into the main screen. I wish we could have little face cams of the commentators. I think that would be like, so that you have commentary before and between games. I know it's nice to take a break between games, but I feel like we lose some viewers then, you know, and that's normal, of course. People come and go all the time during live streams. That's the nature of a live stream, right? But if there was like a discussion in between, I feel like that would be super cool. And there's people who have mentioned it a bunch of times in the chat for some of these tournaments. Like how I have on my streams for pre-show and post-show. There you go. Bray, fill out the form. PC Matchmaking live with the streamer. I know it's not. I'm glad that you put that at the end, Natty, because I thought you didn't. I don't think we can make a highlight any longer than the 30 seconds. It's 60 seconds for a clip. I don't know about highlights. I mean, the thing is, you got to get that first moment where it's a God pack. And then if they want to know, well, I mean, we'll have a short for it. By the way, Natty, I did warn you about this. I gave you forewarning. But I had a chat with Onware, and I hope you do have some free time coming up. According to you, that's like all you have is free time. But I hope you have some free time coming up for some contract work for the channel. The thing is, I have no idea how SG would be able to do that. I can control that from OBS when I stream. It would have to be additional channels, basically additional captures, and there would be cropping and all of that. You would have to, each commentator would have to be running their own stream and then just bring it into the restream, essentially. But then you have to have the audio synced, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You have to have audio synchronization for that to work, and perfect audio sync does not really happen very well. I mean, it kind of. There's still a delay. There's a delay for the viewers, but yeah. Yes, indeed, I do have the time. All the girls got is time. Okay, awesome. Also, yes, I did. I got it yesterday. I am feeling, okay, of course, whenever I get it, like I can't sleep that night or whatever, because it's like, especially if I go days and days without it, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling a lot better now. So that is nice. We like that. I am such a believer. I should honestly, I wish we could pick who sponsors us. Like, and once you get to a certain size, you can do that. You can like reach out to companies that you want to have as a sponsor or whatever. But like, you got to get to that certain size first. I'm such a believer in like the soda stream and things like that, where you make your own sodas, because it's so much better. Even if it's just sparkling water, like I like to drink. It is so much better than buying the stuff. It is so expensive to buy canned drinks these days. How is the kitty? The kitty is doing well. The sutures are still there. They haven't dissolved yet, but the cone has finally been removed. Because they were like, at this point, the cat can't do anything to the sutures. They're fine. So yeah, I'm on my medication now, my treatment. I am not having to dote on a sick or injured cat anymore. But now our other cat is starting to exhibit some symptoms of, I don't know. It's just like if you're petting cat and you touch like towards the base of the tail, it doesn't freak out or run away, but it's like something's a little wrong there. So we're gonna have to take that one in, and she's a sweetheart, so she'll be a little easier to handle though if anything is required. But yeah. Yo, Rubu, how's it going? Welcome. We were just here reliving the yeah, well, we have two cats. One of them had surgery a couple weeks ago and is the rambunctious sort who definitely would mess with healing incisions, of which there were two. So I had to sort of babysit that cat a lot. It's nice that I work from home. That helps, but like finally, the cone is off, though. That cat's doing well, but I was just saying that my other cat now is acting a little funny. So they are getting on in years. We just want to take good care of them. You know, they're family. It's just the other one's like, I want attention too. No, that's probably not the case. Okay. She is a little extra fluffy, a little overweight. So it could be something to do with that, but we do need to find out what's going on. So probably Monday we're going in for that. The 13-year-old, 18 pounds of fluff, absolutely craves attention when I work from home. Is that what you're saying? Yes. He's a grown baby. Yeah, I mean, that's all. A lot of domesticated cats are just in that toddler stage the rest of their lives. But yeah, some make a whole meal out of it. But yeah, we were earlier just reliving the moment from the last stream when that's not what the button I meant to press. Hold on. It's this one. I just didn't mean to do that effect twice. That's the wrong button. Everything is going wrong. Where I got a God pack and it was really amazing. And it was the first one I've ever gotten. And it was one hit after hit after hit from one pack. 10 hits just kept on coming. That's a God pack. And I got one and I cannot believe it. Like, if this gets tiring for you guys, I do understand. I don't sympathize, but I do understand. Just throw a few another ones in there, and then yeah, that's how it felt. Yeah, the stack of cards I need to add to my Pokédex now is like it doesn't fit in this anymore, which is where I keep them before I swap out or add in cards to the Pokédex. But like, I think it's just. Yeah, this whole stack right here. This was one pack, which is crazy. But we have other stuff to open now. And guess what? This could have a God pack in it too. I don't know. Neither do you. No, but it's only 7. It would only be 7 cards though. Oh no. But it's 151, okay? Like I and everybody and their grandma loves this set. Does your I mean, I don't know if your grandma knows about Pokemon. It is a 30-year-old property at this point. It's entirely possible. Yeah, my name is actually Rubu Rousey. Now work from home. Rubu clearly means wrestle from home. Yep, I got it. Yeah. Now on to WrestleMania. Now on to... Okay. WrestleMania now on demand. Sunday. That's a different event. That's monster trucks. Grandma hasn't been around in 40 years. So that's a no then. Got it. Sorry about that. Sorry. That's, yeah. Too soon? Sorry. I shouldn't talk about I mean, a lot of people. I never met my grandparents, actually. I never met my grandparents. On either side, like my mom's parents or my dad's parents. Never met them. Okay. Enough of that. Not this. Not this. Enough of this. No, that. There. This is all reversed, by the way, and I will never get used to it. Never! Don't wow. Don't wow, okay? You hang out on Oats and Goats' stream, okay? Like, that is the toxic stream. Well, I will wow. Wow then! Wow away! It's okay. I did discover that there's like a perfect place to position RGB here, like that. There we go. I don't know how I'd never noticed that, but it's there. There it is. Oh, buddy, you haven't met me. I've been labeled as toxic. We don't believe in labels around here. Except, oh, I mean, that one, maybe. I don't know. Like, if it's on a barrel, that's the one to watch out for. What am I talking about? Lampfell, how's it going? Welcome. I got a lull. That's enough for me. That's fine. It's also enough out of me. I should just make the... Here, there you go. No, I don't want to move this. It's perfect right there because, like, there's the weird little clouds coming out. Whatever, it's fine. I need to add more music to that playlist. I've been playing the same... How many songs is in this playlist? Oh, good. It doesn't give me a number. That's very helpful. It's like 35 or 40 songs. I've been playing the same 40 songs on repeat for years. I need to add more to my repertoire there. Don't get sidetracked 38 times right before opening a box challenge. Impossible. Yep. And look, it's 151, all right? Like this. I don't care how many times I've built a PC. It's many times, by the way. There are still certain parts that can make you nervous. The first time you press the power button, and then you realized you didn't switch on your power supply again. And that's why you freaked out when it didn't power up. Those kinds of things, okay? If it's YouTube, do you want one of mine? One of your... Huh? One of your what, Lampfell? Speaking of labels, Oxford Dictionary has added slopper as a term for people who make excessive use of AI. I love that. Thank you. Playlists. I use a specific service, which is backingtrack.gg. And that's just like, they've probably come out with like 4 albums in the time that I've been running these few albums. I'm gonna check out what they've got. Okay, let's do this thing here. Let's do this. But yeah, I don't know what playlist you have, but it has to be copyright free, all of that. I don't like to get copyright struck. It's a bad time. Not recommended. Can't believe I'm opening 151 in 2026. I'm an idiot. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. Okay. Alrighty, let's do this. always wonder if I should write intros. But that sounds like a lot of work. I'll just talk, I guess. I might have made an error. You see, I'm really getting close to completing this Pokédex. We are fewer than 80 away from the 1,025 Pokemon remaining. And I'm getting kind of desperate to finish out first gen. I've been missing just a couple of Pokemon from Gen 1 for a long time. 3 Pokemon to be exact. And, well, I kind of saw this earlier at a card shop and I kind of bought it. And I'm going to kind of open it, except totally open it. Let's do that. This is Japanese 151, if you didn't figure that one out. This has 30 packs with 7 cards each. Most of the boxes that are Japanese sets that you see like this only have 5 cards per pack. Nope, not for 151. The special set from Scarlet and Violet, nope, that got 7 cards per pack. And though this does not have the same pull rates that you'll get from something like a high-class box, they're still better than English cards, like by a lot. So I don't regret this, and you can't make me. There it goes. All right. So in this video, we're going to open 10 of these packs. That is 70 cards. And then we'll do a couple more videos to finish out the box. I am looking for the following Pokemon. Are you ready? Take notes. There will be a test. I'm looking for Tentacruel, Hitmonchan, and Aerodactyl. So, can I do it? Can I get it? Will we get it in the first few packs in this first video? Because after that, the rest will just be bonus. I don't know. I never like these flaps. I don't like to leave. Does anyone leave these flaps on it? Do you open Japanese sealed product? It's so much fun. You should do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, it is 30 packs in here, right? Wait, did I? Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is it 20 packs in here? No, that's... Did I pull 20 packs? Hold on. I'm going crazy. I'm going out of my mind. There's 20 packs in here. It's not 30. It is not 30 packs in here. There are 20. How do I divide that by 3? I guess I could do 5 packs per video. Is Wool Parade and Steely Dan copyright free? No. Okay. But does it make for a fire playlist? Probably. Okay. So this has not 30 packs, but 20. Okay. How did I get that wrong? Okay. I thought this actually had 30 packs. It doesn't. It has 20 packs in it. So what we'll do, I do want to make these last. So we're going to go 5, 5, 5, and 5. So we're going to open 5 right now instead of 10. Okay, let's see what we get. Now this, you might have missed this, but this is 2 days after I opened my first God Pack, and I don't know actually whether the Japanese set had potential for God Packs. I know the English 151 set had it, potentially had God Packs in it, you know, but I don't know about Japanese. And they are, instead of 10 cards per pack. Okay, that's focused. Okay. And instead of 10 cards per pack, it's only 7. So I guess it would be 7 hits. I don't know. But I sure would love for that luck to keep running. Let's find out. Not off the bat right there. Okay, Ponyta. Okay, all right. Magnemite. Oh, we got the Snorlax art rare right off the rip. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's such a good Snorlax. Are you kidding me? Okay, all right. We take those. That is so good. That's such a good start. I love Snorlax so much. And right now, all I have is an EX, so that's a massive upgrade. So it's a 3-card pack trick potentially. I'll just do two card pack trick for these. I love that Ivysaur art, by the way. But yeah, off to a solid start, and a Yukimori Magnemite, by the way, in case you missed it. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of hits by the time this box is completed. The hit rates on these are typically quite good. First pack magic does indeed strike again. Canon lore event doesn't like Japanese flaps. I mean, they're fine if you're into those. No, you see, Lampfowl, you see that little sword next to, well, the other sword, I guess, there's two now. The green and white one. That means Natty has to set a good example now. Good luck. All right, let's try 2 card pack trick. Let me do them in order here like that. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. A little Sandshrew there. A Metapod action there. Oh my goodness. Is that Omanite? That's an Omanite, and we have an Omastar. We did not have a good Omanite yet. Let me see what I've got for Omanite so far. I mean, as of this point. 1 second. Another hit. Another illustration rare, art rare, however you want to call it. Hang on. Where is Omanite? Like, literally, it is... should not be that hard to find this. Okay. For Omanite, I have just a regular uncommon. So this is a really solid upgrade. And a Marowak Hollow. Okay. That's a really good upgrade. I didn't get close-ups of these. Hey, here's the B-roll. No, not that. Here we go. Let's get a little zoom in, a little digital zoom. Wait for that to stop shaking, and then we can get our B-roll shots. That's the Omanite. Let's leave that up. And then a shot of the Snorlax Sans Sleeve. Okay, that's 2 packs in. 2 packs, 2 hits. Don't ever try to tell me that these boxes do not have great hit rates. But yeah, I guess because it's 7 cards per pack, it is not going to be 30 packs per box. Sure. I didn't ask, actually, and I've never opened one of these, so it's fine. But yeah, 2 cards seems to be an adequate pack trick here. Golbat. The vibes are all off on this Golbat. My goodness. Okay. Lapras. Oh my God. Okay, Porygon. I want a Porygon illustration rare. I really, really do. I really do. If there is one. What? Why is there a Pokeball trainer card? And a Blastoise EX that I can't use, but it's good. It's great. It's great. He's a great guy. Great guy. Okay, 2 packs left for this video. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already, because these boxes are not cheap, and I would like to get something back on my investment there and have you join our little journey that we're going on here to make the raddest Pokédex there ever was. And ever will be, because it's going to continue getting rad for all of time, as long as they keep coming out with new cards. That's literally just an apple core. Okay. Little Cleffa there, or Clefairy there. Cleffa didn't come out till later. I do have this Poliwhirl. But it is a gorgeous card. Like, you can't hate this card. Look at this. Look at his little reflection there in the rain. Come on. Yo, we got the secret rare Mew. Oh, that's beautiful. I have a Mew full art that I will be putting in the Poke. This is like the one that I pulled from 151 in English. That is in the Pokédex right now. However, I recently acquired, as I mentioned, that God Pack earlier. Where are you, buddy? Come on up. Come on, Mew. Where are you? I put it at like the end, didn't I? No, I didn't. Where are you? There you are. I recently here. Hold on. Well, I love this card. Like, this is such a great card. I recently pulled this in that V-Star Universe God Pack, and it is one of the best cards ever put to print. Come on. So, yeah, fortunately. Unfortunately for this Mew, there is this Mew. But still, trade binder, for sure. That's a double right there. We got a double. I ain't mad. And yes, that is the... I love this Poliwhirl. It's such a great card. It is so great. But that is literally what's in the Pokédex right now, is one of those. You know, it's funny. I don't feel bad if I try randomly to casually throw into conversation that I pulled a God Pack, because I see people who are like big Pokemon creators that do the same thing, okay? And they've been doing this for a lot longer than me. And so like literally Kiki Rips got an Ascended Heroes God Pack and is like, throughout that whole month was like, sorry to my haters. No, I'm not. I got a God. It's like, it's one of those things. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. Okay, last pack. We already did great. Like these five packs were amazing. So anything we get out of this, obviously, just bonus. But you know, I would really like would be Tentacruel, or a Hitmonchan, or an Aerodactyl. Somewhere in these 20 packs. I want to finish Gen 1. That's not unreasonable. Right? Okay. Microphone, stay. We got it! Yo, we got the Tentacruel! Right after I said that. Okay, all right. Let's go, nerds! There it is. Okay, and it's just a regular one, but like that is a, you don't understand. Looking through those pages, they are completely populated with awesome cards, except like 3 spots in Gen 1. There it is. Amazing. Ask and ye shall receive, I guess. Sup? Oh, that's a great Raichu card. That is a great Raichu card. But yep, there it is. Like, that was the one pack that needed to not have a hit in it because it didn't need to have a hit. This was the hit right here. So yes, first video out of 4, and we're already a third of the way done. So I don't know. Just this box could have some incredible stuff in it. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, that's a great start right there. That's Tentacool. No, it evolves from Tentacool. It shows you right there. It is Tentacool, though. Yeah, I mean, look at this. 5 packs, and that's our hits. There it is. These boxes are goated. I'm telling you. Japanese, like, if you were to try to get 20 packs, something with 20 packs in it of 151 in English, it would be double the price that this box was. And I don't need to turn around and sell a $500 card. I'm not trying to do that. I need the cards themselves for my purposes. They do. They do, right, guy. 100%. I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like I kind of got those anyway, but like, it just increases the factor. Now, one thing about 151 is the biggest card I have pulled from 151 is the War Turtle. I've never gotten any of the massive hits, like the really big hits. That War Turtle can it's a good card. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's no, you know, Charizard SIR or whatever, you know, or the Mewtwo. So yeah, you know, it's fine. I am very happy with what we got here. And that Snorlax that's my favorite pull from this. It's so good. Let me go ahead and sleeve these up and start the music. Not sleeve them up, but put them in top loaders here. Why is there something in this? This is brand new. It's just one top loader. Just put it aside. I got time for that right now. Yo, we got a raid? What the heck? We got Stints coming in with a party of 23. Let's go, nerds. Welcome in, Stints. Welcome, Raiders. Jeff, how the heck are you doing, buddy? What's going on? I just finished open up some of the Pokemon cards. I hate when people call it that. I don't know why I just did it. Why is it over there? It's supposed to be here. My overlay stuff is just so whacked out, man. It is so messed up. I don't know what is going on. I do a transition, something pops up out of nowhere. I'm like, I didn't put you there. Why are you there? Doing a little light night game here. Do me a favor, Natty. You did it already. Look at you. Look at you. Shout out Stints. Playing Battlefield 6. Nice. What were you running it on? You don't have to get into all that, buddy. It's fine. It's all good. I feel bad because on Sunday I ended up missing stream, but I've been doing Sunday streams where I'm doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke, which, you know, they tell you that they're difficult, but they don't tell you how, like, necessarily how stressful a Nuzlocke is. Oh my God. It is so stressful. You just think you're doomed at every turn. Thank you for the lurk, Panther. Hope you're doing well. Also, Raiders, hi. If you came in from Stints' channel, I'm Brayathorn. I was the pre-built guy. And then that industry like cannibalized itself. The PC hardware industry. It continues to do so, actually. So I do still help people find PCs or put together parts lists and do things like that when I am asked to do so directly here on stream. Otherwise, I am pivoting to Pokemon content for now on a different YouTube channel called Brayathorn EX. Brayathorn EX. The Twitch channel is staying the same, but you know, we'll eventually have. I mean, I might end up having to move these streams over there, but then there wouldn't be anything on my main channel, so I'd got to do them here. I don't know. 5800 X3D, 32 gigs, 3800 CL14 B-die. That was DDR4 era for you. Oh, Samsung B-die, no big deal though. And a 3080 Ti. Very nice. I mean, that's not an easy game to run. 1440p, I imagine. Why might you ask? Because it kills 1440p. Yep, that's what I said. That's 1440p. 180 to 200 FPS, medium high settings. What else do you need? Like, you're not playing Battlefield 6 for sightseeing. Although you are looking down sights. Some ultra stuff too. Oh, for sure. Yeah. You know, the funny thing about the current sort of vibes around NVIDIA cards and their and VRAM, or in some cases the lack thereof. And 16. You gotta have 16. You gotta have 16 gigs. Okay. All right. Sure. Jeff, how many gigs of VRAM does that 3080 Ti have, by the way? Out of curiosity, if you can just share that with the class. Yo, Michael, thanks for jumping. 12 gigs of VRAM. VRAM can get out of hand if you put that GPU in the wrong sort of context, I guess. 1440p, high frame rate, medium settings. Fine, you're fine. But no, 12 gigs is perfectly fine for 1440p. Ask the 5070. It's great in 1440p. You try to run 4K on it, like they kind of said, it, 5070, 4090 performance. That would imply 4K. Jensen, you don't run a 4K games on 12 gigs of VRAM. You don't do it. You don't run that resolution. It'll run out of VRAM. 1440p, no problem. Bray getting surprised by me shouting stints out before I could ask has me like Peter Weber in the U.S. Open bowling in 2012. I'm going to have to take your word for it. Is that a meme that I don't recall? I'm staring at a Charizard lunchbox and a Gem 5 booster box and Paradox Clash tin and with Prismatic SPC, torturing myself not ripping it all. Well, yeah, I mean, as long as you're like, look, if you're a collector that likes to not know what you actually have, then sure, buy sealed product and keep it sealed. Who likes fun anyway, right? Clearly, that's me being pretty judgmental. I can't, I'm not trying, we talked about this last stream. I'm not trying to yuck your yum here, okay? If you enjoy that, if that's how you collect, nobody can tell you otherwise. As long as you're not turning around and selling this stuff for like stuff that is currently available, like if you're not scalping, you're good. If something legitimately goes up in value, like it's not in print for the last 3 years or whatever, or 10 years or any of that stuff, and you're like, well, this is more valuable now. Sure. No scalping though. Not on my watch. I tell people all the time, 5070 is incredible for 1440p. Indeed. It's such a good value when you can get one for around $600. Ah, yeah. And they're right now for like $625, $630. So it's not outside the like if you go look on PC Part Picker, about $630. That's what I found one for $630 last stream for somebody. Yeah. But the 9060 XT 16 gig is also a damn good card at $380. Yes. If you're playing 1080p, I would go 9060 XT and save all that money. Put it towards your CPU being better because your CPU is more of a factor in 1080p gaming. Like that 5800X 3D. Say someone was getting a 5600X and a 5070 for 1080p. No, flip it around or balance it out. 1080p gaming requires balance. Shanala, it is... Sure. It shall be ripped slowly. That's what I want to hear. 4K is a different monster indeed. Chris. I did single PC gaming on the upgraded encoders and the 9060 XT 16 gig and 1440p, and it was honestly impressive. I'm not trying to say you don't do 1440p with a 9060 XT. But I would personally try, like if I'm going to do 1440p gaming and streaming, if the budget allows for it, I'm going with the 5070 because your CPU, you could save some money on the CPU if you're going with current gen by not getting 3D cache at 1440p or higher, unless you're playing specific games that you have found are CPU reliant, like Call of Duty and real-time strategy games and things like that. Microsoft Flight Simulator, as an example. A very small percentage of games, even at higher resolution, still rely on the CPU more. Not more, but a solid amount. But most games become more GPU bound at that point. So save some money on your CPU, get the higher end GPU. That's what I would usually say. But every situation is different. If that, I mean, that person might be like, I'm also going to be running like a million things in my stream as I'm gaming and streaming because I like memes and plugins. Get more cores. Sure. Yes. But you don't necessarily need 3D cache. Honestly, dude, it's been hard, man. It has been rough. It has been rough lately because of like, yeah, it's like I don't know, with the job that I kind of I don't know, I still have the job, just not doing it, I guess. I don't know. Can't really. But kind of can. I know I can. But it's like when I start talking about it, I start seeing all the bad news again, and I'm just like triggered as heck, dude. Like I cannot function. I cannot proceed and do my job because I'm too upset. I'm too disappointed. I'm too gutted. Like the industry is, right? Completely gutted. But you could still get stuff. It's just you're going to be downgrading from what you would have been able to buy 6 months ago. That's whatever. That's a global shortage for you. I don't know. It's been rough because of that. Like, just not being able to do the thing that I was really, really good at doing, I think. You know what I mean? Miss that. Does no one care about consumers, AI, and data centers to the moon? You answered your own question there. It's not what consumers want. Consumers aren't clamoring for more AI chatbots and things, okay? It is what shareholders want. And that's what corporations prioritize. If you're a publicly traded company, you're beholden to your shareholders to make them profits. And whatever they think is the way is the way. And then you get into the whole circle effect, this sort of circular investment. Whatever. It sucks. It sucks, but you know, give it a year. We'll be back at it. And a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. A lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. When that bubble bursts, it is going to be gruesome. I am not saying that with the anticipation of Schadenfreude. I didn't want our whole economy to get tied into AI. Did you ask us if that's what we know? It's not what we want. That with the Ouroboros effect, it's just a snake eating its own tail. I like that. That's better. I like that. That is better than adding a circle to the seminal Steve Martin classic, The Jerk. Ouroboros effect. I like that. Very good. You see, this is the thing. I start thinking about it too much, and I just like Jensen, bro, just go back to Denny's, man. You forgot whatever you learned there, buddy. Like, no, I'm not trying to, yeah. I feel like this would be a time for a new player starting that sector to pick up where Micron left a big hole. The problem is there are specific companies that don't want that. Like Micron and Samsung and SK Hynix, who have a actually at times literally criminal chokehold on the RAM industry. They have been actually brought up on criminal charges before. A couple of the companies here and there, some individuals who ran all that, made all that happen. Really fascinating story. Oh my God. Jeff, how much did you follow the RAM cartels and all that? All those developing stories as they happened. I mean, over the decades, it's been... unless Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron want there to be a fourth player, there will not be. China could come into this. They could. It is not overnight. It took these companies that manufacture system memory decades to build up what they built. But it sure took Micron a real short time to tear it down. Oh! Pushback is happening already. Well, the problem is you can have someone destabilize an entire industry on letters of promise and then be like, oh, I forgot. I don't know how to make a profit. Really, Sam? Are you sure? It sure sounded like you did when you said you could. It's just look, no matter what facet of this poop gem that they have wrought, no matter what facet you look at, it's all poop. It sucks. It is infuriating. And it's all right in front of us. It is all just like blatantly right in front of us. By the way, wondering why there hasn't been an episode of PC Gateway? It would be this. All of it would be this. And that is not helpful because we know. Everybody at least knows that everything sucks right now. You don't need me going on there and yelling about it. And I don't want like my first video back to be negative. I want there to be hope there. And I don't feel that right now, so I can't make that video. Problem is that for a new player to come into the scene, they need a ton of money, and the only people with that money are the Ouroboros. Yeah. The Ouroboros bros. The Ouroboros bros? Are we're coining that? I think I'm coining that right now. You get some credit, though. You brought the Ouroboros into it. See, Ouroboros, I think, loses the original meaning. And it's also easier to say. We can't have that. It has to be annoyingly difficult to say. 1 second, please. See, I was just trying to fix that window. That's all I was doing. Yeah, Ouroboros bros. I love that. I really love that. It is weirdly fun to say. No, so there is significant reporting on the RAM cartel. And if things are bugging you, you should watch it. You should watch some of that. It's not going to make you feel better. I'm not suggesting something that's going to make you feel better, by the way. I should probably preface it with that. This won't help, but it helps to be informed. It does kind of help to be informed. It feels a little better when you know what's going on. Not knowing what's going on is just like it's the cherry on top of a very unappetizing cake. FC Midwest, what's up? So I pulled a God Pack from Ascended Heroes. Got the Gengar. That's the dream right there. And the Mewtwo. Wow. No, sell them if you want to sell them. I mean, that's fine. The market is extremely bloated right now. By the way, welcome to the stream. Like, it's funny because I was just talking about, I pulled a God Pack on Tuesday, and I was just talking about how had it been an Ascended Heroes like $3,000 God Pack like that, or $2,500 or whatever, no, $3,000, something like that, $3,000, something like that, yeah, or more. I would have not been able to function. I would have lost my mind live if I'm live on stream pulling that. But no, it was just a V-Star Universe God Pack. So max value on a card was $50, but the value to my project, to my journey as a collector, building the best Pokédex, the raddest Pokédex I can, it is priceless what I'm going to be able to put into that binder with that God Pack. It's just so many upgrades, so many beautiful cards that are, I think, underappreciated because not Gengar, not Mewtwo, not not Charizard, you know, like it's if it's one of those, like, yeah, those get. I did pull a shiny Charizard though. Pulled a Radiant Shiny Charizard. So I pulled a Zard. There it is. It is $5. Pulled it on Tuesday. I pulled mine on Tuesday. Yeah. Still the shakes when I talk about it. Lol. Yeah. I was at the card shop today and I was showing them the picture. I have yeah, the picture I have of just like all of it together. Do something real quick. Because I got a really good picture of it. Maybe that wasn't the best place to put it. I mean, I could just literally pull the cards here and show them because I haven't put them in the binder yet, but I mean, yeah, it's not Ascended Heroes, but man, there are some absolute bangers in this, including my favorite, one of my favorite cards I have ever pulled, which is the Deoxys VMAX Alt Art. But this Mew is like, it's such a good Mew card. It's so good. Panseer, Lumineon V. I have the matching Lunatone for this, so they're going to be side by side in the Pokedex. And it's the matching art, basically, where they're both just like, I don't know, taking a nap or something. I thought this was a Numel. It's a Ditto card. That's going to be amazing to have in that Ditto spot. See, the thing about this, like, I mean, I obviously envy your position in terms of like, yo, that's like, you just pulled 2 mortgage payments in from a pack of cards right there. But I'm not tempted to sell these like at all, because like $50 and then it goes down from there in terms of value. I want beautiful, awesome cards for a beautiful, awesome Pokedex. That is the goal. That is the journey. That is what the content's built around. So this was like I don't know, it was the ideal one to get for me. Do I still want an Ascended Heroes God Pack? Yeah. Uh-huh. But would I put a Gengar in a binder? No. No. That buys me a mountain of sealed product to continue making content. Like, here's the thing. There's been speculation. I mean, look, I'm coming from tech content. We have a little bit of a bubble going on over there right now, as you might know. But there is speculation that that TCG card prices are in a bubble as well, and that might burst. If you were fortunate enough to pull the 4 most valuable cards from the set in one pack, I would not begrudge you cashing in. I mean, the only thing that I would hesitate about is like, God, do I even want to bother sending this to PSA? Because I hate that company. Like, they suck. They're doing they're doing things that suck. They're doing horrible things to an awesome hobby. I think what the only card. Oh, okay. Also, this is just like a guy or a person. This is just a person, and I'm not invested in this person's story. But that's one of the SARs that I got. Sure, but the Comfy, it's cute, but like, why is the camera all up in this Comfy's personal space? Back up. Show the Pokemon. What are you doing? Other than that, I love every one of these. This is still it's a nice card. Like, I'm nitpicking here because they're all nice. I want the Chikawa Simisear so much. It's, yeah, I mean, that's how I felt about this card, about this Deoxys. Love, brother. I went to Target to get baby stuff for kid number 2 and just stopped to look. That's great. That is great. It's funny. Right before we were rewatching the clip earlier. Right before I opened it, I was talking about how I never hesitate to open stuff. I know that there's sealed products that, like, it's gonna be. It doesn't matter what you pull. Whatever is in there is not going to be near the value of the sealed product. That is when a hobby has gone awry. You know what I mean? Market Movers made a video in February on PSA, how inconsistent they and other companies are. Yep. There are much better grading companies. Much better grading companies, much more transparent as to the grading, like the rubric and how you got the score that you got, with digital reporting on how they scored you and why, all of that. There's an example right there. Blue Zionic Wolf. I'm debating on sending a card off to tag. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about that for a couple cards that I've gotten in, but it's just, and if it's a duplicate, like if it's the best card of that Pokemon, or my favorite card of that Pokemon, it's going in the Pokedex. That is my priority number one. That is my goal. But sometimes I get dupes. Sometimes I hesitated for so long to put the Black Zekrom EX from Black Bolt into the binder. It was only when I got the white Reshiram that I was like, okay, it makes sense now. Because that card was like too valuable to sit in a binder in a way. But when it came down to it, the requirement is, out of the cards I have of that Pokemon, it needs to be my favorite one. That's what gets that spot. It doesn't matter what the value is. You know, like there are Gengar cards that I like more than the Gengar SIR from Ascended Heroes. I would not hesitate to sell that. It's a rad card. It's awesome. But I felt like there's a lot of wasted space in that artwork where they just put colorful clouds. Like, bro, this is Gengar. This is Mega Gengar. You got to put the work in. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful art piece. And I do not want to disparage that artist at all. But it's not my cup of tea in terms of Gengar cards. I actually, between the two, prefer the Mega Attack Rare that I have in the binder. When I pulled this pack, first thought was like, damn, I can buy an amazing PC and go get fit for new golf clubs. Wow. I mean, literally from one luxury to two others. Right? Yeah, 100%. Gonna go AFK for a little while, BRB chat. Don't set this whole thing on fire. I mean, yes, agreed. Vouch. I agree. They could have made that Gengar look. Yeah, they... So this does bring about the discussion that I've talked about a few times on the stream here, because there's a lot of haters for Perfect Order. First off, look at the cards. There are some beautiful, awesome, rad cards in Perfect Order. Okay? But there's no Charizard. Hey, where's the Charizard? Where's the Gengar? Where's the... Yeah, calm down. Where's the Mewtwo or the Mew? Like, no. It's not... This is for players. This is for people who play the game. Ascended Heroes is directly targeted at collectors and the collector market. There are things happening right now that Pokemon likes, and there are things happening right now that Pokemon dislikes, as far as I can understand. Pokemon Company International likes that there are a lot of their cards that people find very valuable. It doesn't affect their players, the people who play the TCG. It doesn't affect them, because that $1,500 card has a 50-cent version that does all the same stuff in terms of the game. That's called accessibility. That is an accessible TCG. We love it. What they don't like is that they are, for the TCG, it is like the quintessential scalped TCG. They hate that. They hate that. I guarantee you they hate that. That is why they are leasing such a massive printing facility here in North America, in the US, to spin up those printers and just like flood the market with product and get rid of scalpers. They must hate that. Like, they want people to play their card games. And if they make special, crazy, awesome looking cards, they, you know, if they get really valuable, okay. Thank you. Thank you for saying our stuff is really valuable. We appreciate it. We only made this much off of that card though, but sure. The Pokemon Company is the most profitable IP in the world. They ain't hurting for money. Okay. But yeah, when you see a $1,500 card on the market that came out of a $35 box, Pokemon got that $35. They ain't getting that $1,500. It's kind of funny. Let's open some packs right now. How about that? Let me hydrate real quick. We'll have a quick camera malfunction, and then we will open some Japanese 151. 5 more packs of that. Okay, Michael, that is actually 2 stories kind of mixed into one, or things are a little out of order there. So what happened with that particular story is they had recently sold a PSA 10 in that lenticular card. And they had it for a crazy high value, which PSA likes that. They make a lot of money off of that. However, when the PSA agent or person or evaluator damaged this customer's card that was worth $50,000, it was already a PSA 10. And when they were re-slabbing it, basically, they were putting into a new slab. That is all the person had to do. You had one job, buddy. They had sold a PSA 10 in that card for $50,000. They came back and told the person, and this was like the move of all time. Hey, listen, we damaged your card. So we're going to have to pay you for that card. Now, because it's a damaged card, it's only worth $20,000. Please just say, okay, $20,000 is a lot of money, isn't it? Couldn't you use $20,000? Yeah, well, the person went public with that because they were like, if you accept this, you have to sign an NDA. The person was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I've got a lawyer and also social media. So instead of accepting the offer, went public with it, and PSA got so smoked in that one. Now, there's another story that happened where PSA does this thing, okay? PSA will grade your card and then give you a report and then offer to buy your card for a reasonable price. This person had a very nice card, it was worth a lot of money, sent it in. It hadn't been graded yet. They graded it a 9. So the card, I don't remember the exact numbers, but here's an example of the difference between a PSA 9 and a PSA 10, okay? A PSA 10 can be worth $5,000. A PSA 9 can be worth $300 instead, okay? It is devastating when that happens because of the overinflated value on that 1-0 score, okay? So then PSA is offered to buy it for a reasonable price if it was actually a 9. The person said, sure. And then they followed up. They watched. And PSA regraded that card to a 10 and tried to make a ton of money off of it. And then they said, hey, you see that barcode? Yeah, that's my card. That's me. That's my card. And here's what PSA did. And they admitted it. They were like, yeah, we did do that, but here is what happened. And it was totally legitimate. We promise we'll do good. Also, we have a monopoly. Get mad, I guess. Maybe you can write an angry note in the giant PSA submission you're going to be sending in later this month. Thank you for your business. I haven't bought any Pokemon since December when I pulled the Mega Charizard X EX. Been so lucky, I won't lie. Yeah, I never pulled that one. I didn't do a lot of Phantasmal, though. I did a decent amount of Phantasmal, but I didn't pull a lot of that. But no, I mean, I've had some crazy luck too. This is the story that I will often tell from earlier on when I was getting into this was I had my first ETB of Black Bolt. The first pack had the Black Zekrom EX, and that was crazy. That thing has, I think it's going back up in value actually, which is nice, but yeah. It's almost like conflict of interest if they grade and also sell cards. It is exactly like conflict of interest. 100% I agree with you. PSA kind of gets to do whatever they want. And then you've got, you know, the Logan Pauls of the world out there artificially inflating the value of PSA 10s. Before Logan Paul came in talking about PSA 10, PSA, they didn't have this aura of mystique and value, and they're the only authority. That was all manufactured. There is a really good CoffeeZilla video about this, by the way, with sources. Okay. CoffeeZilla is usually a good watch anyway, though. Hopefully we recollect the funds from the rest of the box. Yes, yeah. This is why I haven't said anything to PSA. I've heard such horror stories. Yeah, I know. At least with other card grading companies, you get a full explanation as to why you got the grade. PSA, they don't feel the need to do that. 1 second, and we will rip some packs. Look at you. There's my God pack in the meantime. 1 second. All right, we back. We ripping. Let's go. Yeah, now Logan Paul is trying to wreck One Piece by shouting out Luffy D Monkey. God, that's so cringe. This is the first with the Dragon Ball Shonen Jump. This is the first appearance of Goku and Bulma. Nope. No, it's not. You're wrong. God, dude got taken apart in the comments. Feel like you should pay the same flat fee if... Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, they charge more the higher the grade. Basically, if they know you have a valuable card, if you choose a certain service, you should have paid for that service, and that's it. There are different higher priced services you get from PSA that lead to faster turnaround times. But what PSA will do would be like, oh, this is Mega Charizard X EX SIR. This thing, if it's a PSA 10, this is a lot of money. You owe us more money. You know what? We're moving you up to this tier that would normally have faster turnaround time. But you didn't pick that first, you cheapskate. You chose a more basic service. So you get that turnaround time. And no one's going to say anything. Yeah. We're all saying it, though. PSA's reputation for customer service, for providing as a service provider, is in the garbage. The problem is everyone keeps talking about PSA 10s. That's it. Hey, guess what? FC Midwest, I've got a PSA 10. Ain't no Charizard. It's a Burger Chew, but I have to admit, it's kind of cool to have. It is my only slabbed card, and I'm not going to slab anymore. I don't want slabbed cards. You can't put them in binders or in decks. Well, there's slab binders, I guess, but they're kind of gigantic and annoying from my understanding. Okay. Okay, and we are recording. When I first opened this box of Japanese Pokemon 151, I only had 3 Pokemon remaining to complete Gen 1. And now that I've opened 5 of those packs, well, I only have 2 Pokemon remaining to finish out Gen 1 because I needed the Tentacruel. We also, out of those 5 packs, got some pretty solid hits too. I love this Snorlax. It's a huge upgrade. I had this Mew, had this Poliwhirl, did not have this Omanite, but we have 5 more packs we're going to be opening up in this video. Maybe we will get our Hitmonchan or our Aerodactyl in one of these 5 packs right here. Let's get into it. That is 6 packs. Oops. Okay, 5 packs. Like I said, I love the Poliwhirl art. I do have one of those in the binder already, but hey, there you go. Also, that Burger Chew PSA 10, I got it from a mystery bag that costed less than the value of the PSA 10 Burger Chew. So that's also, it's a card I would never have gotten my hands on otherwise. I've never graded a card. My worry, I send a card and they say we never got a card. Well, there are kits, Michael, that you can request. I think I saw, was it Tag that sent a kit to Kiki Rips that was really, really cool. That is meant for packing and shipping your cards. That is then tracked specifically. So you can even, I think, put an air tag in it. So they know that worry. They understand that worry. So yeah, there are other grading companies, and some of them are starting to rise in value as well. So don't just let PSA rule the world on the whole card grading industry. Oh, but what about Beckett? Yeah, PSA bought out Beckett, by the way, in case you didn't know that. All right, here we go. 5 packs, and here is pack number 1. Are we going to get that first pack magic? Let's find out. I know you always hear last pack magic. That's not usually how it works with me. It's usually the first pack or none of them. All right. Hey, Evie. Oh, okay. Could have used that earlier, but we do have Kabutops already, so we're good there. That would have been massive for me, but I did pull one a little while back. That was like the 4th one I was missing. So now just 2 Pokemon from 151 missing. Are we going to be sad if we don't get those, but we get some crazy hits? No, we won't be sad. As long as we get some cool Pokemon for the Pokédex, you can't be angry when you're following the Braithorn method, okay? As long as you catch some cool Pokemon, you're going to feel good about it. Well, unless you look at the price of a box of 151. Okay. No hits yet, though. And still no hits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we still chasing Iron Hands? That is from the Paradox Rift booster box. That I'll do 6 packs of that later on. Would love to get Iron Hands, please. So if in case you haven't heard me talk about the Braithorn method before, what does that mean for building a Pokédex? It's a method for building the Pokédex in which you act as if you were a trainer in one of the mainline video games. So what does that mean? That means that you have 3 legitimate ways to add Pokemon to your Pokédex. There's catching them by ripping packs like this, but that can get real expensive real quick. There is trading, because you can trade between players. And also, there are promo cards. Those count as well because Game Freak issues out promo codes for Pokemon you can download all the time. So it is a way that you can legitimately get a Pokemon. So that is the quote-unquote Braithorn method. If you want to try it out, I highly recommend you don't. Like I said, it can get pretty expensive. I'm doing this for content. But maybe you're down for it. Maybe you've been a collector for a while and you're trying to mix it up a little bit. And we're getting actually no hits, not even an EX, and no new Pokemon for the Pokédex. I just need those 2. Of course, I'm saying it as if that makes it easier. Once you only have a couple Pokemon left to finish out a gen, that actually makes it harder. We're down to about just around 80 Pokemon left to finish the whole Pokedex. After which we will continue upgrading cards as we go. And of course, Gen 10 is going to come out, so we're going to need to catch all of those too. But yeah, it's getting pretty hard to get new catches. I'm having to go farther afield in the kind of things that I've opened to try and catch Pokemon I have not yet caught. Okay, that's a sick Mewtwo. Always love that Mewtwo card, but that's nothing. No, we went from a hit from every pack to not one, not even an EX. Okay, this is pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty rough. Okay, and yes, we still have 10 packs left of that box, but wow. Okay, this is the one with the hit. Hope you stuck around this long. Sigh. Gotta get something. Come on. No, come. Oh my God. Okay. Wigglytuff EX. It's a hit. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not going in the Pokédex because I already have the soulless illustration rare, the soulless Wigglytuff illustration rare, you know, with the eyes that are just completely empty. You know the one. But it wasn't a complete shutout. So, yay. All right. Well, we got 10 packs left to go. So, get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already so you don't miss those because it can't get worse than this, right? Right? Okay, that's that recording. All right, cool. I'm going to save the rest of these for maybe Sunday or maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. What else we got? So we have Crimson Invasion. We still need Ultra Beasts, so we can still go Ultra Beast hunting. Wait, did I not count these towards... I didn't count these for the Pokédex. Oh, this is actually a sick Gengar card, by the way. Just like random $33 card just because Gengar and Hollow. I don't think I added these. Yeah. Oops, because I tucked them back here. That's not smart. That's the opposite of smart. So we can go Ultra Beast hunting, or we can go Future Paradox Pokemon hunting. Iron Hands, or literally any Ultra Beast, because I've only caught like 2 of them out of this whole booster, out of 2/3 of that booster box. A hit, but not an uppercut. Well said. For non-English packs, do you focus on a certain country, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, etc., or do you have various ones? It is easier to get your hands on Japanese products here in the U.S. It has been getting more common from what I I mean, I don't have a lot of experience collecting these, but it's not difficult to get Chinese product as well. Simplified Chinese is pretty common, and the hit rates are by necessity very high because they like gambling in China even less than they like gambling in Japan. Which also is why the hit rate should be better than what we just experienced, by the way. Yeah, there's not a single upgrade or new Pokemon in this one, so I don't even need to like go over this later. Okay. But I do have the reason I have not yet opened this, which I love these. These are amazing boxes, the Mega Dream EX boxes. This is essentially Ascended Heroes with a good hit rate. At least an EX in every pack. Now, this is the Japanese version. I am currently waiting on a Korean version to come in. So we can do a side-by-side showdown and see if the hit rates are the same in Korean. I'm eager to add more languages to my Pokédex because they call the full Pokédex the national Pokédex. Nope, we're going for an international Pokédex. Ultra Beast sounds like an evolved form of Battle Beast from Invincible. Yeah, it went Ultra Instinct Battle Beast. It's a shortening of that. Yes. So just picture Battle Beast, right? Except like that. Am I going to get copyright struck? I don't know. I don't know. We're playing a dangerous game. Okay. Oh, Natty said going AFK. Alucard, you're here. Can you do me a favor? Can you set up a quick little poll and ask if we are Ultra Beast hunting or Paradox hunting? Or I guess, yeah, Ultra Beast or Iron Hands hunting. The two options. It's about a 3-minute poll. I miss these Radiant cards. These Radiant cards were so sick. Just the hollow pattern on these is like nothing I've seen since. It really feels like 3D. I gotta find a really good place for this Charizard. I do have a Radiant card that is actually in the Pokédex now. That's the Serena. You know what? While we're waiting for that poll, Ultra Beast or Iron Hands, as in like Iron Hands. 2 words. Hunting. 1 second, and we're gonna, I don't know, let me see. We'll do something here in a second while we're waiting. Fun fact, Michael, I actually played Altered Beast at the arcade. I loved that game. That was a great game. Thank you, Alucard. I appreciate you. Let's take a peek at some of the cards. I think I've already done this, but maybe not with the recent ones. Yeah, let's just look at some recent hits while we're waiting for that poll to finish. Oh my God, why can't I hold all these hits? No, I was on active duty. Didn't get back to the real world until years later. Wow, man. I have to ask you, Chris. Is it okay? How do you feel when you hear people say something like "Thank you for your service"? Does it feel forced, or do you like? Can you tell when someone's genuinely saying it? Because like, sincerely, from me to you and all of our veterans and currently active service members, thank you for your service. Thank you for doing what you do. It is not easy, and it's particularly potentially rough right now for sure. But thank you. Seriously. I know it's Ultra Instinct thing, but I can't not hear Aladdin rip him open and take it back, guys. Oh, okay. I apologize for the confusion. I doubt that would happen in Invincible verse if you've seen the show or read the comics. I watched the whole first season and it was amazing. I have not kept up with the show, and I haven't read comics I haven't set aside time to read comics in a very long time. It's always appreciated. You're welcome. I'm happy to hear that that's how you feel about it. That's good. That's good to hear. It's how it should be. It should be sincere. You know what I mean? So this is just a few of the hits that we got. This Kofagrigus was a big upgrade. This Golbat, I guess, was an upgrade. This Morpeko. I love this Morpeko. Are you kidding me? That's such a good card. A couple upgrades there. The Cleavor. Funny thing, I think in the same stream, I got my first Cleavor and then I pulled this. The Trainer Gallery. The Galarian Gallery. Or no, the Trainer Gallery. This Mightyena is so... I love this card because... Do y'all remember the meme? If you weren't here when I pulled this, I explained it. What's happening in this is there's a cake shaped like a Mightyena head right there. Y'all remember the meme where people would have their dog and they would show a dog cake and then they would cut it and the dog would freak out. If you're... By the way, if you do something that makes your pet afraid, don't do that thing. It is not good for them. The Wordeer. I got that's another one. I just got my first Wordeer in a previous video that I recorded, and then the subsequent video I got the Trainer Gallery one. This Radiant Heatran is going in the Pokédex. It is an upgrade. Oh man, all the shenanigans with the Hisuian starters. That was all very crazy. Yep, there they are. Wait, you can't... Hold on. I can't put both of these in there, so I'm going to take one of these out. Yeah, I can't put both of those in the Pokédex, right? So... yeah, sorry, buddy. We're going for the ultra rare, or the secret rare. Okay, we got one vote on the... Guys, come on! Alucard put time into that poll, but it's one vote for Ultra Beast, and that's it. We're going Ultra Beast, I guess. This is why I don't do polls. Y'all know you can vote on those on Twitch, right? Like, it's something. It's an option. It is an option that you have. Oh, yeah. These were in there as well. All upgrades. Yeah, all upgrades. So I should say that this is pretty much the style that I'm hoping to get the Iron Hands in. There is an SIR that is in Paradox Rift, but I want the Ultra Rare. The SIR is really not... I'm not going to be sad if that's the one I get. And I really like it. I really do. But I feel like the really bold, in-your-face Iron Hands represents that Pokemon a little better. I don't know. If I get both, let's hope we get that problem. Okay. Thank you, someone who voted at the last second. I appreciate it. Okay. So I have enough Crimson Invasion for 2 more videos. Oh, Chris came in with the Iron Hands one. Yeah. I remember playing Ghosts and Goblins at the arcade. That game was too hard. Michael, that game was too hard. It was so difficult. You had 2 hits and you were done. So it's that to this day, that is a very difficult game. My goodness. However, if you play it on the Switch, you can do save states. Sorry. That game was hard enough when I had good reflexes, okay? The ravages of time have ensured I ain't going to be besting my former self. Why do I talk like that? I don't know. I actually like that I talk like that, even if it is a little bit weird. It might be weirder to acknowledge it. But anyways, okay. Hi. I'm not buying any more of this. It was way more expensive than it should have been. Well, no. It's about the right price for the box. But there are no cards in it to justify that price if you're just going by price versus how much the cards are worth. And there aren't honestly that it's like, it's not anything like where you have Ascended Heroes where there's like 30 full art cards or whatever, 40 full art cards or whatever. That's okay, Panther. You're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Been doing the same thing with Star Fox 64 because of the upcoming launch. Okay, can we talk about that for a second? We're going to talk about that for a second. Did y'all see the trailer for the new Star Fox game? Did y'all see the trailer for the new Star Fox game? The timing, I feel, could not have been worse. I get what they were going for. If you look at the promotional artwork for the original Star Fox game, it was people in suits. It was people in like fur, just costumes or puppets. It was something like that. I don't remember. They made Fox McCloud and co. look like that. And all that I can see when I look at that is this. Is all I can see. The reason it's the worst timing is because Fox McCloud looked amazing in the Mario Galaxy movie. Looks so cool. Moved so cool. Talked so cool. It's not even the same voice actor. They knocked it out of the park with the movie. And then they serve up this. I can't. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. This probably the coldest take ever, okay? But like, I'm not a fan. Like, compare this to like current movie Sonic, and that's the difference between new video game Fox McCloud and Super Mario Galaxy Fox McCloud. Okay? Anyways, back to business. I should hit record. Probably. Can't unsee it 100%. Yeah. We are now 2/3. Oh, I'm recording. Okay, there we go. We are now 2/3 of the way through. Okay. We are now 2/3 of the way through our Ultra Beast hunt in this booster box of Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion. And it hasn't gone super well. We've caught 2 Ultra Beasts. I'm not going to buy another one of these boxes. Like, that's not happening. We're going to end up just, hey, camera. Uh-huh. Right here. There you go. Right here. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I mean, I'm just going to end up trading for those cards, I guess, if we don't get them. But I would really like to pull them myself. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. And we have 6 packs remaining after that. So we got to pull some Ultra Beasts in this. There are also some other Pokemon from this generation. I would love to get Tapu Fini, Type Null out of this. But yeah, and our last one, okay, Silvally. I did pull the Silvally, so we're good there. But still, let's get into this. Let's see if we can catch a couple in this. So far, we've gotten Buzzwole and Kartana. That is all we've gotten so far in terms of Ultra Beasts from this. It has not gone well. I do have to hide the code card here. There we go. Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Sun and Moon is 4, correct? 4 to the front. Yes. Sure is okay. And now I get what I sound like when I tell Ari, hey, do you want to eat over here? Sure. The funniest part of that was that I implied that Ari ever suggests places to eat. It's usually the question. Oh, never mind. We're not getting into all that stuff. Okay. Okay, pack number 1. It is 4. Yay. I should probably focus. There we go. Countercatcher. Hakamo O, which I do have already. And I got Kamo O as well, so that's done with. Diggersby, Mischievous, Minchino. Let me get a little zoom in here just to make sure we have perfect focus. All right, cool. Numel, Swinub, Swablu, Magikarp Reverse. That's actually a sick Magikarp card. And I've mentioned this before, but I don't think I got in the reverse yet. I really like it. Yeah, okay. Silvally GX. Let's go. That's a good pull. What did I get for Silvally when I pulled Silvally? Hold on, let me see. Of course, it's an S Pokemon, which is the most highly populated letter of the alphabet in terms of Pokemon names. Silvally, I got a GX. I got the GX. I don't know if it's the same exact one. So that might be a duplicate. Still a sick pull. Really nice card. First pack magic. At it again. Wrong card though, but hey, you still take it. All right, pack number 2. And we hide the code card. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. Okay, Fighting Memory. 4 said Silvally, sure. Gastrodon. Counter Energy. Corphish. Ghastly. Aaron. Dino. Staryu. Houndour. Beedrill. And that's it. There's a Houndour reverse and then a Beedrill rare non-holo. Okay, all right. 1 and 1. We're 1 and 1. That's fine. The pull rate in this, by the way, not crazy. 2 GX of Ally in the same box is kind of funny, but not nearly as funny as 3 Charizards. True. And sad, but true. My goodness. It was like raining Charizard EXs that day. Wait, that's 3. It's 4. Don't mess up the pack trick. There you go. Ah, Fairy Energy. Bring back Fairy Energy. Is that an actual? Is that an actual thing that people want though? I've heard that. I've heard people say that. Do we really want that? Excelgor. Sea of Nothingness. Haunter. Bunnelby. Cacnea. Swinub. Mankey. Aaron. Gorgeist Reverse. Melodic Hollow. I mean, it's a hollow. So that's great. That's cool. What do I have for Melodic right now? An EX. Oh, it's a hollow rare. So same. Okay. No upgrade there. Oh boy. I think this is going to be another case of that first pack magic and then every other pack regret. But no, see, Chanel, if these games were like, rather, if these cards were like current and tournament legal, and if you're trying to build a Silvally GX deck, then it can be really good to get multiples of the same GX card. But like, we're not doing that. They aren't currently tournament legal. They are very old cards at this point. Let's see, what's the copyright year on this? Diggersby right here. It is 2017. So a 9-year-old box of Pokemon cards is what we've been opening here. Alolan Graveler, Piloswine, Cacnea, Stuffle, Shelmet, Swablu, Swinub, Feebas, Mamoswine, Oh my God. It's obviously not a shutout, but kind of still feels like one since it was a duplicate. I gotta tell you, emotionally, going from Japanese products to English is rough. It is emotionally difficult. It is an emotional roller coaster. I don't know if I'm built for that. Fairy Energy. All right. Fighting Memory. Devoured Field. Gastrodon. Shellos. I'm on the wrong screen here, so I can't quickly verify stuff. Dino. Alolan Geodude. Remoraid. Aaron. Staraptor Reverse. And Regirock. Rare non-holo. Oh my goodness. Last pack. Please give me an Ultra Beast. Like, I think I messed up buying this box in general. Like, I think they're in other sets that might have better hit rates. It's just not, it ain't hitting. It is not hitting. All right. Last pack. Let's go. We have 6 more after this, but like, we need something out of this. Hakamo O. Sea of Nothingness. Carablast. Dino. Houndour. Bunnelby. Shellos. Cubone Reverse. Another Kartana GX. You're telling me I duped on the Silvally and the Kartana? Are you for real right now? These are the 2 hits I've already gotten. What is a Buzzwole going to be in the next 6? What I meant to say there was, by the way, this is honestly, I do really love this card. Look at the freaking crackling electricity behind it. What I meant to say was get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Yes, I have made a mistake. I think the odds, Shanala, of getting dupes of 2 different Pokemon and those specific cards are way harder to hit than getting 3 of the same. Like, it has to be. That has to be much crazier odds. I'm almost angry at these cards, and they didn't do anything to me. They didn't pack themselves. I need these next 6 packs. You know what? I'm not opening them right now. Nah, it ain't doing it for me. I'm gonna do, we're just gonna do, we're gonna go for 6 packs of Paradox Rift. We're mixing this up. I am putting this set in timeout, and those last 6 packs, because you see, if I don't open them, then for sure they have the hits in there, and this box was not a mistake. Like an insanely mistakey mistake, like of all time. It's Schrodinger's Ultra Beast. That's what it is. I'm sorry if you were able to you were able to witness in such a raw format that my frustration there. It was real. That is real. I'm fairly certain had a wall not been in front of me, I would have actually been seeing 1,000 yards ahead of me. 1,000-yard stare. Oh my God. But you know, they can't all be bangers. No, don't get, no, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. They actually can't all be bangers. And this is why I hide those code cards. In case you didn't know. It lets you know whether you have a hit in that pack or not. And funny enough, wouldn't you know it, the stack starts and ends with white code cards. Hopefully the next ones will be better. Yeah. By the way, I decided to do my Pokedex binder a little different by including regional variants in their own spots where they appear in that region's dex instead of counting them as the same mon. Chanel, I thought of doing something like that, but basically putting regional variants around their singular Pokedex entry in the internet in the national Pokedex. So like if you have like a lowland Geodude and regular Geodude, they are next to each other in the Geodude spot. That's what's basically going to happen if I do every gen as its own binder once Gen 10 comes out and my Mega Binder no longer fits the whole Pokedex. We'll add a few more spots taken up, but not too many. Yeah, see, I like the idea of having them next to each other, just because then if you want to look at a Graveler, you can go to Graveler and see regular and then a lowland Graveler. You know, just has them all together that way. Why am I allowing myself to continue having card chases? I said it at the onset of this, I would not have chase cards. I would not have chase cards, but chasing a card because you really want it for your Pokédex rather than chasing it for monetary value, I don't know, feels less cringe. You know what I mean? All right, 1 second. You know what I mean. Okay. Hold on a second. My Stream Deck is acting up. 1 second. Oh, there's the button press. Okay. Opening a booster box trying to get one Pokemon is really dumb. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that in the video. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I said it. What is happening with this? Oh, it got caught. Okay. Oh, I kept the... It was still recording because my Stream Deck was messing up. And there's an ad in progress. We can wait a little bit. We can wait a minute. Well, 30 seconds, really. I will hydrate. That sounds lovely right now. Man, I'm gonna need to put a content warning on my streams because God, that was a massacre. Jeez, that was so bad. I mean, I got polls, I got hits. It just, they deja vu all over again, kind of thing. Okay. I never did the thing earlier that makes it easier for me to rip packs with my microphone boom arm. And I should have done that. And now I did. And here we are. Okay. Buying an entire sealed box of Pokemon card packs just to chase one card is dumb. All right? There. I said it. Now, with that being said, we're 2/3 of the way through our Paradox Rift booster box trying to find Iron Hands. Let's see if we get them in one of these 6 packs. Okay. That's what qualifies me to say that with authority, because it's me. I'm the person doing it. All right, here we go. I see, you got to forgive me here. I just came off of that 6 packs of Crimson Invasion trying to pull Ultra Beasts, and I got 2 duplicates from the same box that I'd pulled earlier. The Sylvale GX and the Kartana. And, like, the odds of that are not big. They're not good odds for that happening. Okay. Really? You're just not going to... Okay. Excuse me. Okay, let's get into it. Iron Hands, come on. Come on, buddy. This is the set where I got Plusle and Minun for the first time, which is nice. It's good to have those two. I got the reverse holos on both. There are illustration rares of them. Orthworm. I have Orthworm, right? Yes. Yeah. Onyx. Lipard reverse and Steelix holo. Okay, it's going to be like that. Well, that just means if we don't have that trademark first pack magic, then the magic isn't all 5 other packs. Right? Right? I don't think Roaring Moon is very intimidated. Oops, that's right. I just came from the Sun and Moon set, so yeah, I'm used to that being backwards. Okay. Zubat, Gimmighoul, Purloin, Mienfoo, Technical Machine Evolution, Durant, Slitherwing, Tinkatink Reverse, and the Slitherwing Illustration Rare. Check that out. Oh, that's pretty sick. That is absolutely sick. And it's a big upgrade for Slitherwing. Oh, man. And Natty's not even here to see this one. This is Natty's favorite Pokemon. And, yeah, not here. Wait, Shanala, it's your favorite Pokemon? I thought it was Natty's favorite Pokemon. Did I confuse y'all too? Which one is it? Both of you? Do y'all both have the same favorite? Okay, I'm all right. I'm a terrible streamer because I got that mixed up, I guess. And Ting-Lu, holo. Well, that's a good pull right there. That's a good upgrade. It's not a shutout. Don't SMH your head at me. SYH your head. That makes no. Okay, none of them really make sense. All right. This is pack number 3. And there's Plusle. Okay. Tandemouse. I love this Toadstool. I don't know what it's doing, but it's great. And we got the Yukamori Toxel, Professor Turo Scenario, Mien Shao, Rika, Orthworm Reverse, Toadstool Reverse, and Volcanion Hollow. Okay. There's something about the adhesive on these packs. It's just, it doesn't want to pop open like a lot of packs do. I don't think it was resealed or anything. It doesn't have the crimping on the top or anything like that like fake stuff. It's just old adhesive, I guess. I mean, this set is from 2023, so it's a 3-year-old set. All right. Gligar, Blipbug, Zebstrika, Simipour, Crocolore, Seadra Reverse, Low Kicks Reverse, Professor Sada's Vitality Ultra Rare. I'm not one of those types who's like, I hate getting anything that's not a Pokemon card. We are in a quest to build a Pokédex, and they don't have a Pokédex for trainers, for trainer cards. So, Shanala, no. Down. No. Just going to sleeve that up for its protection here. Okay. Yeah, well, I played Violet, so... You know, it is still a good pull. We are after a specific Pokemon, though. So that is, like, at the forefront of my mind. Which is why I don't like having a chase. I don't like doing that. Seriously, though, I'll just... like, this is the last Paradox Rift I'm buying. I'm not going to try to pull... It's like just an EX or something. I'm not even going to bother. Like, I'm just going to trade for it at a card show or something, and it'll be great. It'll be fine. It'll be fun, actually. Toadstool, Slitherwing, Glycor Reverse, Miltank Reverse, Iron Jugulus Hollow. Where is the Iron Hands like this? Is there one of those in this set, actually? I believe so. Yeah. Did you see one of the reasons there's a Pokeball-shaped case for, like, engagement rings? No. That is actually from Sun and Moon. That's from Sun and Moon. From the Sun and Moon anime. Wow, that just does not want to open smoothly. Okay. Last pack. We have 6 left after this. And I just want... my Robo Sumo Wrestler guy. Where are you? Honedge, Dwebble, Horsey, Ambipom. I will be the only person to have a major freak out if I actually get Iron Hands right here. Ferroseed Reverse. Honedge Reverse. Toxtricity EX. Why? Just put the tongue away, dude. It's weird. Weird. Why are you like this? If I didn't buy one of her at the last show, I'd happily trade you. I do appreciate that. Well, again, it wasn't a shutout, and I love this Slitherwing. That is awesome. If I could actually use this card, I would love it, but it is classified as G there, so it's not in the current rotation, which has been one of the, with someone who's trying to get a feel for building decks and stuff like that. Kind of one of the sad things about Paradox Rift. Like, none of the cards are usable in the current rotation, even though it's like a 3-year-old set. But it is what it is. That's fine. We have 6 packs remaining to get that one Pokemon. I really just... Help, send help. Or optionally, you can choose to subscribe or hit follow instead. That's an option too. All right. See you in the next one. Started a trainer binder. Nice. Very cool. Going from last string to this one is jarring. Wow. What is that? What is the thing that moves it? It's the browser, isn't it? Hang on. If this is Stream Elements that has been doing this to my transitions this whole time, I'm going to be upset. It is. Hey, I figured it out, guys. Got it. Now I got to figure that out. Or just do a new one of these. Just do a new one, and it won't have that problem. One would hope. Hope. It always comes back to hope. That thing that which springs eternal. All right, who misbehaved? Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion. But I did get this. Not from Crimson Invasion, by the way. Natty, help me out. Is Slitherwing also your favorite Pokemon? I can't remember because Shanala is saying all bugs are my favorites. Never mind. Wow. Wow. Panther says, emotes I've earned on Twitch. Just wanted to see what they look like. I've never used them before. Okay, all good. What is that first one? What is that supposed to be? SN Half Moon. That looks freaky. What is that? That looks crazy. I like the heart ones, though. But also Slitherwing, Volcarona are amongst, like, my top 10. Subnautica, it's a fish. Okay, I see it now. All right. That's cool. Oh, also, I pulled this Professor Sada ultra rare, and Shanala started barking. If you're wanting to know who was misbehaving, this. No, you're not supposed to understand. That's not what mods are for. Actually, this Toxtricity is a good representation of the vibes that you're putting off there, Shanala. Just putting that out there. I remember when that game came out and, like, yeah. I was like, look, I don't care what the, like, they're probably going to be barely in the game. I'm more concerned with the fact that I get to ride a purple motorcycle dragon thing that shoots electricity. Like, I'm playing Pokemon Violet. Okay, maybe more so Rika for most, I think. Oh, which also I did pull. Not it's just a regular Rika, by the way. I thought Rika was a really cool character too. Hope does indeed float, though. Chris, indeed. All right. Okay, we are. Okay, we are. Oh, shut up, dude. Here we go. Okay. I wonder if there's a dueling book equivalent to Pokemon TCG. What is that? Is that a thing? What is that? Do I want to know what that is? You just hit me with the reality. If I don't want to know what that is, you can tell me. Okay. That's going to be it for tonight. We're going to be rating Morse Amalgam, who is doing more Majora's Mask shenanigans. Both of those booster boxes have 6 packs left in each one, and I'm so scared to open them. For real, for real. You have access to every card in the game, so you can just make your deck the way you want and play against people. Oh, it's a browser-based Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG game. There's TCG Live, and instead of that, basically, if you like to open packs, every one of these is a pack, a digital pack that you get. As you can imagine, I have a pretty big collection of cards in there at this point. So it feels like I can just build any deck at that point. And of course, the big hits I can't pull IRL, I pull in TCG Live. But that's it. We're going to be rating Morse Amalgam, Majora's Mask, Shenanigans, and that's going to be it for tonight. We'll be back to the Nuzlocke on Sunday, and we'll see if I remember what peril I was in. I'm not asking whether I was or not. We know I was, but what specific peril? But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I started late, but we're cooking up a lot of stuff right now. So, yes, stay tuned. The time once foretold shall be upon us soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. See y'all on Sunday. Until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!